Skiing, the 1,000-year-old sport of riding on snow with wooden boards. But did you know that there are many forces at play in this? They will all be discussed in the physics of skiing. So I'm doing this video for a reason. I am mainly researching to figure out the physics of skiing. I ski a lot and it could be helpful to figure out how physics could affect how I ski. Knowing the correct way would help me avoid going against unnecessary forces, which means I can go faster and also in more control. Knowing the physics of skiing would also help me teach others how to ski better too. Skiing was invented as a new mode of transportation that allowed hunters to travel faster in the snow about 5,000 years ago. Skis are made from a variety of materials, including carbon fiber, wood, metal, and plastic. And skiing is widely popular today. People shift their weight so that it is on one edge of the ski at a time, which makes a turn. I'm not quite sure how this happens, but that's what I'm trying to research right now. Snowboarders also use a similar method, but they only use one board. Turning also includes many forces, which I intend to find out. Racers do different things than normal skiers, and so do other maneuvers require different techniques. The type of energy a person has is also constantly changing. Now let's look at the design of the ski. The ski is made of many materials like wood, plastic, carbon fiber material, and metal. It has a flat, smooth bottom to reduce friction against the snow. The thin design on the body reduces fluid friction from the air and is made of a carbon fiber-like material. The ski is slightly flexible in the middle to store elastic potential energy and is usually made of wood. The boot and boot bindings are made of hard plastic to keep the feet inside. This lets the skier have more control because it is as if the ski is just an extension of the person's feet. The ski has a metal edge which grips the snow to make turns because it has a lot of friction against the snow. Wax can also be applied to the bottom for making even smoother skis. Now it's time to look at the most common maneuvers in skiing. The first maneuver is turning. Turning is essential because a skier has a lot of mechanical energy. At the top of a mountain, the skier has tons of gravitational potential energy, and if that were all converted into chemical energy, the skier would be way too out of control because the skis just can't handle it. Turning directs some of the gravitational potential energy into other forms of energy other than kinetic energy, like friction. Turning is used to act against Newton's first law of motion. It is used to slow acceleration and momentum. As with anything, it requires more force for a bigger person to turn than a smaller person because of Newton's second law. So when a skier turns, they shift their weight onto the edge of the ski. This pushes down on the snow because of gravity, and according to Newton's third law, because you are pushing down, the snow pushes back, and that makes you turn. The elastic potential energy stored up from bending the ski also helps push you into the turn. The ski is curved so that it forms the shape of the turn. Also, friction from the edge of the ski makes the ski turn instead of just going downhill on the edges. The reason there is this friction is because there's a large surface area because the whole edge of the ski is touching the snow. The second maneuver is jumping. When jumping, skiers and snowboarders stay tucked in to prevent drag and air resistance, also known as fluid friction. This makes them go faster down the hill because they're not giving away as much kinetic energy to friction. When they hit the jump is angled up to create projectile motion, and they keep going because of Newton's first law. Because the skier or snowboarder was going fast, they had a lot of kinetic energy, and the more kinetic energy they have, the farther and higher they go, again because of Newton's first law. While doing my research about skiing, I found out that I can use forces like friction, momentum, and even elastic potential energy to help me improve my skiing. Ultimately, kinetic energy is the most important physical science topic because it controls everything of skiing, so I need to learn how to control it myself. This has been the physics of skiing.